Welcome you folks back to another IPC, that stands for Ipaintcreatures video here on the World Wide Web. Today I'm showing you some speed paints of the infamous creaturpedia. And if you know what the creaturpedia is, I'll leave you a link right there. If you've never visited me over on twitch.tv/ipaintcreatures, I give a fabulous show over there, and you can all come learn what the creaturpedia is all about. The funky eye puppets and the great story of MATSU and everything I do over there. We have such a great time. Come over and check us out, and you'll get to take the adventure with me on my artistic journey into the creaturpedia. But today I'd like to explore a quote. I usually show you my speed paints and take you on my journey of my character creation of the incredible story of MATSU and working with the funky eye puppets, which are the next Muppets on the thing. Thank you, Mr. Jim Henson. But this quote comes from Maurice Sendak, and a lot of you don't know who that is. You know the incredible famous book he left us with, Where the Wild Things Are. And Maurice Sendak says in this, one of the beauties of being an artist is that you can create a whole new world with circumstances that are better in your invented world than they are in the real world. And I can speak to this so intensely because it means a lot to me, and I feel so blessed to be a creator and a content creator in these times. And yeah, I definitely agree with Maurice Sendak when he says, you can create your whole new world. You can imagine. And I think my definition of art, especially because I defined it in my work, is I couldn't find my work, my creative writing, my music, my paintings, my drawing, my stories anywhere on the planet, my theatrical productions. I couldn't find them, and so I had to create them myself. And I believe that's the definition of art, is basically doing something that has originality in it that wasn't there before you created it. And it can have a lot of influences and be inspired by creators that come before, but ultimately has your twist on it. And in that world, you can definitely invent a way better world. You can start imagining and pretend, right? Tend to the world that is coming in, because you already think from and you already exist there, and it already just is landed there. So you definitely can make them better. You have way more focus and intention on it that you can bring it. And always remember, I love great creators like the incredible R.I.P. of Gene Roddenberry, the guy that basically kept the tradition of Isaac Asimov in science fiction writing and really brought it to network television. And I'm talking about Gene Roddenberry. And there's stories you can look up right on Google where things in Star Trek, NASA started looking at them and then eventually invented them. Like if you look at all the old Star Treks, the original Star Treks, they had video cell phones or communication devices, which we have now. So it's not a joke what Maurice Sendak is saying. Is basically you can invent new worlds that actually become reality, and if you process it through the emotion and the beauty of love, all will just come into play. And yeah, I definitely agree. One of the beauties of being an artist is that you can create a whole new world with circumstances that are better, and you invented them in their world, and they are the real world. Just the way Maurice Sendak brought Max to life and Where the Wild Things Are, really showed us that monsters are creatures that got hurt, and we need to go where the wild things are to remember our roots and our mystery of just being alive and ready to take on our day and move through the troubles and have a funky good old time, get that funk unstuck. So thanks again, Maurice Sendak. What an incredible quote. So definitely go out and if you have some creativity inside of you, get out an instrument of mass creation like a pencil or a pen or your cell phone and type a new story, a new reality. Don't get caught up in the complaining and blaming and just always in that downward spiral. Go back to your art and create and imagine, all the ways you want it to be. So thank you, Maurice Sendak, and thank you all for watching the video. I'll talk to you real soon.